Today, we start with a story that will leave you questioning the very definition of trust. This story, and it's about the ultimate betrayal kind that comes from the last person you would ever expect, your best friend. Imagine this: you've been in a relationship for 3 years. You're happy, everything seems perfect. You're making plans for the future, having regular date nights, maybe even talking about marriage or moving in together. You feel like your partner is your soulmate, and the world around you is falling into place. But then one day, everything comes crashing down. The first sign of something being wrong doesn't come from your partner. No, it comes from someone you trust with your life, your best friend, the one person who knows everything about you, the one who's been there through all the ups and downs, the one you thought would never hurt you. A betrayal was going about their normal evening when their best friend called them up and asked to meet in person. They knew something was off, but they never could have prepared themselves for what was about to unfold. Sitting across from their best friend, the words that came out of their mouth left a betrayal speechless. The best friend confessed to having an affair with a betrayal's partner. But it wasn't just a one-time thing. No, this affair had been going on for months. They had been secretly seeing each other behind a betrayal's back, all while pretending to be a supportive friend. Imagine the shock, the sense of betrayal, when the person who had been your confidant, your partner in crime, was the one who was stabbing you in the back. But it doesn't end there. The best friend wasn't even sorry. In fact, they told a betrayal that they had fallen in love with their partner. Yes, you heard that right. They said that they had developed feelings for the person that betrayal had been building a future with. And as if that wasn't enough, they confessed that they were planning on leaving a betrayal to be with them. Can you imagine the emotional whirlwind? The person you've trusted for years, the one who has been by your side through thick and thin, is now telling you that not only have they betrayed you in the worst way possible, but they want to take everything you've built and destroy it for their own happiness. It's the ultimate slap in the face, the kind of thing that no one expects, not from someone they call a friend. But the betrayal doesn't stop there. After hearing these gut-wrenching words, a betrayal immediately confronted their partner. What happened next was perhaps even worse. Their partner didn't even try to deny it. They admitted to the affair, confirming that they had been seeing the best friend for months, sneaking around, and lying about it. All those late nights spent working late, they were spending them with the best friend. All those texts and calls that a betrayal thought were innocent, they were part of the secret communication between the two of them. The worst part of all of this was the total lack of remorse. The partner didn't apologize or beg for forgiveness. No, instead, they coldly explained that they had fallen in love with a best friend and felt trapped in the relationship with that betrayal. They said they couldn't pretend anymore, that they wanted to be with someone who made them feel alive. But the level of cruelty reached a new low when the best friend, the one who had started this entire mess, said something that shocked the betrayal to their core. They said, and I quote, "I'm sorry, but this is what feels right for me. I think you should let go of them. They're better for me." It was as if their own feelings and desires were the only thing that mattered. In the end, a betrayal lost both their partner and their best friend. Not just a romantic partner, but someone they considered family, someone they thought would never hurt them. And the worst part of it all, the two people who betrayed them showed no remorse, no guilt, no empathy for the pain they caused. It's a story of love lost, trust shattered, and the harsh reality that sometimes the people closest to us can hurt us in ways we never imagined. What's even more painful is that a betrayal will never be able to look at their best friend or partner the same way again. The betrayal will forever linger, leaving a scar that won't heal easily. But the real tragedy here is the emotional toll it took on a betrayal. Because no matter how many times they replay the events in their head, there's no way to make sense of the senseless betrayal they experienced. How do you move on when the two people you trusted most have betrayed you in the most unimaginable way? After everything came to light, a betrayal was left completely alone, questioning everything they thought they knew about love, trust, and loyalty. The partner and best friend had woven a web of lies so deep that even the most loving moments were now tainted with doubt. How could they ever believe in love again? How could they trust anyone after being betrayed by the two people they held most dear? But there's more to this story than just the heartbreak. A betrayal eventually realized that they weren't the problem, and that the betrayal was not their fault. No one deserves to be treated this way. And the actions of both the partner and the best friend were reflections of their own selfishness, not a flaw in a betrayal's character. It took time for them to heal, but they came to understand that they couldn't let these people define their future. The healing process was long. and the scars from the betrayal were deep. But over time, a betrayal have learned how to rebuild trust not with others, but with themselves. They focused on self-care, rediscovered their passions, and worked on becoming the person they were before the betrayal. They began to find their peace again, not because the partner or the best friend had apologized, but because they had learned the most important lesson of all: you are worthy of love, loyalty, and respect, and you should never settle for anything less. In the end, was able to let go of the past, not for the sake of the people who hurt them, but for their own future. They realized that some people come into our lives to teach us painful lessons, but those lessons don't have to define us. Instead, we can take those lessons and use them to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. So, what can we learn from this heart-wrenching story? Well, first, trust is one of the most valuable things in any relationship. It's not something to be taken lightly, and once broken, it can be nearly impossible to rebuild. But also, know that no matter how painful it may seem, you are not defined by the betrayals you experience. You have the power to heal and move forward. People come and go, but you, the person who has the strength to overcome the hurt, are what truly matters. So, let me ask you, have you ever experienced a betrayal like this? How did you handle it? Can you relate to, or have you learned valuable lessons from your own experiences? Share your thoughts in the comments below, because we know many of you out there have gone through similar heartbreaks. And remember, this is Heartbreak Chronicles, where we bring you real stories of love, loss, and the strength to overcome it all. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more stories that will leave you speechless. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other.